Hello everybody, Flik here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we are taking a look at what I believe is called Celestial Tier. It could be Tear, but let's go with Tier, Demon's Revenge. And I could tell from the second I loaded this up that this is a RPG Maker VX Ace game, a program I'm actually familiar with. I played around with it a lot, I like it a lot, and I also like what people can do with it. And this is an example of an exceptionally well made, well, they've called it a retro JRPG. I would agree to an extent, although I think the art style is actually very Western, but that could just be me. I'm used to modern day mangas and whatnot, so. But anyway, this is a game by White Guardian Studios, and this is the demo build I believe I've been given, which you can play for yourself, I think, and there will be relevant links in the description box below. I've been playing for about an hour, off camera, but we'll start a new game, just to let you get a feel for what's going on. I don't want to spoil too much of the story, I just want to basically give you a little bit of a taste of how the game plays, the battle system, the leveling system, etc. And then you can go try it for yourself if you want. So when I press new game here, I believe it will play the intro, so I'll be quiet to let you hear some of the voice acting over some of the art.
Who are we to touch the face of evil? How can we contemplate peace when we started the war? You call us vile, demons, murderers, and we call you the same. We will never see eye to eye. The time has come, and there is hell to pay. The true face of evil is on its way. Of all the things you took from us in your time of need, remember the day you lost everything.
And there we go, so now things will get started and we'll be put in the shoes of who we'll be playing as for the duration of the video anyway. Whether or not that's for the entire game, I can't say. Also apologies for the Skype noise. But here we are, the intro will now play the credits, so I can talk a little bit about what the game is like. And I hope you'll agree after you saw the art in that intro there, that it feels like a very Western style to me, even if it is trying to emulate the old Japanese style. And I would say it's the old Japanese style, it's definitely not the modern style. It's not to my taste personally. I prefer the modern day manga style that you often see. That said, I still think it's good quality. And I definitely think this is also one of the best RPG Maker games I've definitely played. I've played some games that I didn't end up doing videos of for this reason, done in RPG Maker, that I felt were lazy. Just all using the default textures and whatnot. This has a lot of unique stuff to it that I haven't seen before. And it's either, you know, bought custom scripts or homemade custom scripts, and it's a very impressive mix of being able to do stuff in the open. It's not a first person battle perspective, which is the base one that you get in RPG Maker as well. It's actually animated. It evokes a little bit of a feeling of the first Suikoden game on PS1, which is one of my favourite games from that generation. It's actually where I took my name from. So maybe I'm slightly biased, but it did kind of evoke that feeling, and it was 2D in this way as well. The only thing it's missing is having 6 people in battle instead of 3. Now, can we actually fast forward this? As much as I'd like to give full credit, I want to talk about the game and actually play it. Skip cutscene. I apologise, but we will skip the rest of the intro. It does go on a little long, I will say that. Right, so yes, here we are. We're at the Origin Forest in the Ridder camp. These are people employed to, it looks like that one on the right there is peeing upwards rather than actually using a fishing rod to me. Ridders are to get rid of demons, problems, etc. And you're getting tasked by this gentleman here to do a certain thing, and we'll hear about that in a second. Now there is voice acting, so I will let a little bit of it play now so that you can hear the quality of it, and from then on I'll probably talk over it, because otherwise I'll be, you know, shutting up every second. So you'll get up to the top here, we'll be sleeping against a tree or resting, and I'll be quiet for a few minutes while they have their conversation and we're given our first task, and then we can get on with talking about the game.
Jagan, everyone here is doing something productive, and you're just sitting there catching a breeze. It's just not working out as we planned with you.
What do you want me to do? There's nothing else left. It seems you guys are used to working without your extra baggage, is the term you used, as I recall.
Extra baggage, nice one. Well, there's no use setting up camp in an area that is unsafe. Before we made ourselves at home here, we had some cleanup to do. You know, wolves? Well, we've been hearing wolves howling to the west. Surely you can do something about them.
Wolves? This is what I'm to use my training on?
Well, Rookie, if you see a demon on the way, then by all means take your sweet time making minced meat of it. If we don't see you after a couple of hours, we'll know you were just the fluke that we all thought you were. Oh, I'd rather not waste my good men going out on a mission with you, but I can't let you go alone. Pick some people to go with you. If they say no, tell them it's my order.
I don't need any help from mere wolves.
You'll take 2 people for help. We might need you alive, you know? And take some supplies out of the supply crate too. You might need them.
Okay, so there we go. That's a sampling of the voice acting, and it seems to be of that level throughout the whole thing. It's amateur level, I would say, and I don't mean that to be entirely insulting, but I would say that I think this might actually benefit from having no voice acting. I find it distracting, but that is personal preference there. So we're given our first go, and we can also go into our menu here to see who we're playing as. We're playing as Jagan, as you heard there. He is a scythe wielder, which I liked a lot, because it's so rare to have like a hero character, or you know, a character you're playing as anyway, that actually uses a scythe. And it's my favourite weapon. I wish more characters did this, and it wasn't just, you know, a weapon relegated to enemies. But anyway, he starts with 2 skills. He starts with Lohal Essence, which is a heal for him or one of his party. Then also Scythe Rush, which is a triple attack, I believe, and as it says there, it has a very small chance to stun or bleed. And he also has skill points. Now, we have to recruit 2 people from the camp to come with us, and there is actually a choice of a few people. I think there's at least 4 people to pick from. They don't level up with you, it's just Jagan. So we can actually have a look at his skill tree as well, although we have no skill points, so there's nothing we can do. But we can increase his base attack, we can increase his guard, and these are his spells. So he can advance from the heal he has already, and then he can go down this route, which is basically like super healing. The middle route, I think, is just like, yeah, it's absorbing a good yeah, it's all stats effect based, either curing them or stealing them from enemies. And then up here we've got like offensive magic based on light. Yeah, Might of Light, cast light on enemies, revives all allies with full health. Yeah, so he's a pretty good healer. And then down here we've got physical skills with his scythe. So you start with Scythe Rush, and then you can get attacks that are passive skills that just increase your base attack. So if you want it to be a powerhouse, you can go that way as well. So basically they've given you the option of being a damage dealer, a healer, or an attacker, depending on which way you choose to go with his skills here. And we can also have a look at his equipment, although I don't think he starts with any kind of, yeah. You can customize your equipment by slotting in enchantments or enhancements. I can't remember which word they use now. So there's actually a lot of depth here, a lot of different systems in place that I'm really impressed with. There's a quest system, a sub-quest system, and we will get into, you know, exploring the environment in a second here as well. So that was status, sorry, whoops. Info book carries everything about the quest, so this is our main quest here. We are playing as Jagan, it's difficulty 3. I can scroll here and you get a bunch of information, and if you progress through the main quest or a side quest, and I will get a few side quests as we go here, you can, it updates with your current goals, as well as the difficulty rating as well. So we can have a look around here. Some of the people we talk to will be voice acted, some of them aren't, I believe. Yeah, like for example, he's not. So the ones who we have the option of taking with us, they are definitely voice acted. Also, I didn't fully explore here, but you can just find items in the environment. We have to go to the supply crate for sure, which is why it's flashing on the screen there. But there are some other people. This is one person we can take with us. I can't remember what their speciality is. Let's find out. I'll talk over this as I say, because there is a lot of voice acting for the main characters. So I'll fast forward this and we'll find out what he is. So he is a lance wielder. He has a protect skill and he has a scroll item of weakening. I didn't take this person when I was playing off camera, so I can't tell you how effective any of that is. We might bring him now though, so don't recruit for now, but if I speak to him again I'll get the same dialogue and I can change my mind essentially. In here I think we can... No, we can't take anything, but there is just a map to look at. So actually I suppose we can go over some of the environmental stuff here for now. So I'm using the arrow keys to move currently, and I'm using the WASD keys to do the following. I can attack, which destroys scenery. Not all scenery, just, you know, puzzle specific, shall we say. I can also jump, and actually jumping is faster than walking. So some of the times, if you just want to be silly, you can get around much faster just doing this, rather than actually just, you know, walking. Although, oh, actually there's a run button. I always forget this with RPG Maker games, that there is actually a sprint key. So my bad. Okay, so sprinting is probably about the same speed as jumping, but jumping all over the place is actually funny. So I'm not. It's up to you. There is a sprint on shift. So this is a lady who uses magic. This is one of the people I brought with me off camera. She has a fire and ice spell. I might bring her just because the game handles magic in a very interesting way, and I would very much like to demonstrate it, although it actually applies to Jagan as well. But we'll go to the supply crate first of all, just pick up our supplies. Those are base heals, base MPs, and base stats effect heals. Analyzes you can use in battle to learn more about your enemies. And the rewinds are if you die in battle, it makes you do the battle again, I believe. I haven't actually failed in combat yet, so I'm not sure how they work, but I was reading the description. So this is just dialogue. He's not someone who can come with us. Nope. Okay. Let's see if we can find someone I didn't find when I was playing off camera. This person doesn't come with us, I think. Yeah, because he's being, for being someone who's meditating, he's being a bit of a dick. By the way, I should point out, although the game right now might be evoking a kind of medieval feel, it's actually a sci-fi game. And I wasn't expecting that. I actually found that juxtaposition a little weird, because I was expecting a fantasy game, because I didn't read the description before trying it, and it is actually a sci-fi game. So these are save points, and I've also seen crashed UFOs and whatnot. We might get that first, I won't go into detail. Now this lady down there I don't remember talking to, and she looks unique enough that she's probably a party member, and if I had to guess I would say healer. So let's run over there and have a little conversation with her.
Jagan, there you are.
Oh, you're a white mage. Well, that kind of
And I am sorry.
I have learned to
Oh.
Right, so can you come with
All
us?
have our battle.
I suppose.
If you need me, let me know.
You do. Okay, so you're a staff user, you can use heals. Technically I don't really need her because I can heal as my character, so we'll actually say no to her. Who have we got in here? We have no one in here, fair enough. Yeah, so I think I'll bring the mage that I know how to use, and the other person I brought off camera was this person here. He doesn't like me very much, but he's just like a sword user, so he's a good damage dealer. I suspect we'll have some kind of archer down here. Maybe? Is that the captain over there? Yeah, it is. Well, what we can do, let's just get on with it so I can show you the battle system here. So we shall get the mage, so I can talk about magic, and then we can get the person I didn't get before who uses the lance, and we'll see how that goes.
These trees live?
Yes, we've had this conversation before. That's another thing. When I speak to someone who I've spoken to already, don't repeat the whole dialogue. Put in a shorter version.
I am no tool.
I know the story.
Because a new player is definitely going to go around and find everybody they can talk to.
Nature.
Especially when they're this long. I've already heard this argument about nature once. Okay, so she doesn't have a weapon at all, so she does really bad physical damage, but she uses magic. So we shall recruit her. And we shall recruit the lance wielder to see what he's like. I have no idea if he's effective or not. He's armoured, so I assume he's got good defence. Yes, again, don't want to hear all that. So there we go, yes, he will come as well. So now we can get out there and actually have some battles, and I shall show some of that off. And then we can talk about the magic system as well. It reminds me a bit of, again going back to Suikoden, almost kind of like how the rune system rather, worked in Suikoden. And it's a bit hard to explain if you didn't play it, so I'd rather just concentrate on how it works in this and just know that it's a little bit similar. So they're going to talk a little bit, we get some more items depending on who we brought with us, and we should get a little cutscene here and then we'll get into some fighting. You don't just get random encounters, the enemies are all on screen though. Although sometimes they surprise you actually, they deliberately hide some of them. So depending on who you bring also, these dialogues obviously change. Like when I brought the asshole swordsman with me, he was just constantly telling me I was a waste of space and to stop wasting time, etc. But let's have a look at their abilities actually. So I already know her abilities, but let's talk about this a little bit. So she has two skills. She has Flame and Icelet. And you see it says L1, 1, L2, 1. So magics have different levels. And if you look under her HP, you'll see 832. That means she has 8 level 1 spell uses, 3 level 2 spell uses, and 2 level 3 spell uses. So that means she can use this flame spell 8 times before she needs to use an item to restore her level 1 tier magic. She can use the isolate 3 times, and then she needs to restore her level 2 tier magic. And the MP restorative items give back certain levels. Alright, let's have a look at this new person. Do you have any spells? I like your design on the profile picture actually, that's pretty cool. Taunt. Get the attention of your enemies for 5 turns. You are a tank! Oh, that's good. Inflicts taunt 100% chance. That's the only skill you have though, so other than that you're just a damage dealer. Okay, interesting, interesting. Right, so as it's saying here, we can use the scythe animation that I showed you before to cut down this grass so that we can get through. And we should get our first fight around the corner here. No, maybe in the next screen then. Let's go through here. Oh, first of all we have to hear the wolves. They discuss their tactics and decide to kind of follow the wolves back to their den. We'll do this the right way. We'll drive... Oh, yeah, this bit has no voice acting. Most of them back. We track where they came from and try to control them. Agreed, no need to slaughter the entire pack. Fair enough. And now we should get our first fight. I hear the enemy. Ah, there it is. Good. So yeah, to reiterate, if you're using default RPG Maker combat style, it's like the old Phantasy Star games where you're kind of in first person looking at the enemies you're fighting. But they have definitely massively customized what you can do here, and they've done a very kind of, you know, traditional RPG, JRPG style combat. So I can pick who's attacking, I can pick the enemy I'm attacking. I can also go to my skills if I want to do taunt. Obviously I don't want to do that right now. You can guard, you can use items, you can try and run from battle, or you can... I don't know what swap does actually, I think it's just change position in battle. So let's attack the worm there. That's a very big lance you have. It's more like a... Wow, that did a lot of damage. That would be a one-hit kill. Yeah, it was. Oh, should have paid more attention to his turn it was. The mage doesn't really want to attack with her hands because she will do no damage. That's a shame that missed, but the animations on those attacks are really good. What's he doing now? Oh, he made me sick. That's not very nice. So I think it's damage over time, but let's try and take him out. Oh, once again, I didn't realise it was the mage. Right, you do it with your weird lance. Also, if you hear heavy breathing, that's not me, that's my sister's dog. Because I'm dog sitting today. And the glowing things in the environment are things you can pick up. So those are for... Oh, right, I need to cure my Lurgy. Let's see. Ailment cure. Cures one ally of sick. Perfect, I got the exact item I needed. Done. I took a bit of damage, but that doesn't really matter. So... Oh. My sister's dog pushing past me. Yes, hello. I'm busy. No, I know you're there. Hello. Oh, you're all wet. You've been outside. Right, let's move on and get into some more fights. Can I get through here? Yeah, I thought I could. Also, I want to show off the side quest system. I just realised there's a couple of side quests you can pick up back at the camp I totally forgot about, and you can't get back into the camp until you've dealt with the wolves, so that was my bad. But we can go up here and I can show a side quest I found and haven't yet completed in my off-camera play. And I don't suspect, rather... Oh, more enemies. I don't suspect that we'll go on much more than that. I only want to show off a little bit of the combat. I don't want to spoil the story because it's a JRPG. The whole point is the story, so... You don't... Oh, alright. You attacking a lion. That's what that meant. That's interesting. I want rid of the praying mantis because they've got some annoying fear abilities. Yeah, you do a lot of damage. You are much better than the swordsman guy I took on the other file. Much better. Oh. And once again... Okay, next time I play as the mage lady, I will actually cast a spell and you can watch her MP bar and how it changes. Oh, don't make someone else sick. Ah, good, he resisted it. Right, the next person I'm playing as is the mage lady. Pay attention. Attack down. Right, so I'll go to skills. So there we go, I can either do the level 1 flame spell or the level 2 ice spell. I'm going to do the flame one because she can use that the most. She has 8 of them. And if you see the little 8 next to her HP along the bottom, watch as it turns to a 7 now. So that's how it works. Even though I've used up some level 1 tier magic, I still have all my level 2. It doesn't affect it. It's a very interesting and pretty unique way, or at least compared to how games do it these days, of how to handle magic, and I like it a lot. It's very clever. And obviously you level up as standard, but only Jaken gets skill points. So there's an item down there we can grab. I don't think you can fight the squirrel, which is a shame. And if we go... Oh, there's another enemy. Well, we can fight that enemy when we come back out. So yeah, in here I believe there's some items we can rummage about and get. Yep, antidotes. And if we pick up this, it opens up a side quest. Yeah, it's a cryptic note. Find the soul where the path is bare, reveal it with all the blood of the demons, spawn a structure which traps the beast, the body of the empty soul will appear. Obviously don't know what that means, but that gives us some more information in the info book. So if we go to Origin Forest, we now have that side quest there. Its difficulty rating is very, very high though, so I'm not sure I want to do it, but it reminds you of what you found out and gives you hints on how to proceed. So I don't think there's anything else we can grab in here. No, nothing of interest. Okay, so yeah, I'll start kind of wrapping up here as we do a few more fights. This has been Celestial Tear or Tear, Demon's Revenge. It's planned to be in 2 parts, with the first part releasing in the second quarter of 2015. There is no estimation of date for the second part. I guess it will also be based on how successful the first part is, and also I can't give you any kind of price at present either. But yeah, as far as RPG Maker VXS games go, this is definitely one of the best and most customised I've gotten the chance to play. I can't remember how you picked this up. Oh yeah, do that. Just to nab some stuff. So yeah, there will be a relevant link in the description box below. I forgot to mention actually that the game is trying to get on Steam Greenlight. It seems to be going well so far, and if you are interested in supporting that, there will be a link for that too, just to register your interest. This might be something you would consider buying on Steam. And there isn't actually a huge amount of JRPGs, especially retro style, on Steam. It's probably the least catered for genre on there. Granted, it does have a huge library. I'm not saying there's not JRPGs on Steam. I'm just saying that, say, compared to platformers, puzzle platformers, there's probably a lot less. So if you're looking for something very, very retro, but also very well made, then I think you might want to consider this. Can I jump over there? I think I can. I remember doing this, yeah. I can't remember why I want to do this, just that I did. We'll probably get some more fighting in here, yeah we will. Alright, so we'll do a couple more fights. But I think that's about it. Now it would just be me playing the game, and usually I'm okay with doing a little bit of that. But given that it's an RPG, I will apply what I usually do when I play a puzzle game, which is I don't want to spoil everything. No, we're not going to taunt you, I just want to use your amazing line of attack on them. Yeah, I would also say buff up the damage of the swordsman, because compared to the lance guy, who's apparently supposed to be a tank rather than a damage dealer, it's not as good. Now you can hit multiple people with this. Yeah, if you get them both in the circle, I believe it affects them both. Yep, it did. So that's another level of tactics to apply as well. And then this one will make me sick, gives attack down. That's preferable to sickness actually. Skills, let's do Scythe Rush on the one that's by himself. Try and kill him. Well, if nothing else, we stunned it. No, we did get the kill, that's fine. There's also different ways that enemies interact with one another. For example, if there's more than one wolf rather, not fox. If you kill one, I think they have a higher chance of doing the attack up buff he just did on himself, which is interesting. No, that attack down is hurting. But we can just burn him. Oh, it was enough to kill. Good, alright. So yeah, this was Celestial Tear, Demon's Revenge by White Guardian Studios. My name has been Flik. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more gaming stuff, and please do like the video if you want to support the developer or me, and I shall see you next time. Ta-ta for now.